What up, y'all? It's your boy J-Mo.
My name is David McFadden, a.k.a. DJ Dowdy.
This your boy Vaughn.
This is Carl.
It's your boy Tomo, man, a.k.a. Next Level Tomo, a.k.a. your favorite Cowboys fan, a.k.a. I don't even know why I still root for the Wizards, but I'm a Wizards fan.
This is the #1 Wizards fan, Devin, and you're now watching
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose with my man Joe. We refuse to lose.
New.
All right, welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm your host today. We got two great guests with us. We got my man Mark, Commanders fan. How you doing, Mark?
What's going on? What's going on?
I know it probably wasn't a good week for you. You know,
we locked in.
Hey, we locked in, as you said. And then we got Ravens fan, Boston Ravens fan, also had a crazy week. What's up, Carl?
Lions fan. You said that wrong. It's good, Joe. Appreciate you having me.
All right, let's get it, man. Hey, listen, y'all. First of all, thank you to everybody that's on early. We appreciate that. Make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, share this video with somebody that y'all know personally so they can come on and watch live with us. Use that comment section. We can see all the comments you guys are putting on. We can see them all. We're going to put them on the screen, communicate with us. All right. But once again, like I said, a lot of y'all come on, but y'all don't like the video. Let's hit that like button real quick. All right. If I see 5 people on, it should be 5 likes. 10 people on, 10 likes. Just like that video. But we're going to get this show started. And we got to talk about one of the best teams, right? I'm just playing. All right. We got to talk about the Commanders. So, look, the Commanders played Detroit this Sunday, and they took an L. They lost 36-27. Even though Carson Wentz had an okay game, right? Well, the team was down 22-0 in the first half. Carson Wentz had 3 TDs, 1 interception, over 300 yards. But the defense gave up 425 yards. All right, so we're going to kick this off to you, Mark. All right, I didn't even take out the order, but we're going to kick it off to you, Mark.
Wow.
So, Mark, can the Commanders bounce back after that L they took to the Lions?
Of course they can bounce back. It's only week 2. But I do want to talk about that Lions loss because we really lost that. The defense really did lose us that game. A lot of blown assignments, a lot of misreads, bad angles. And it was just in the first half, it was the D-line, the blitz was not being picked up and not even being called. Long routes on blitz plays where you need 4 seconds to throw the ball and getting the Carson Wentz in 3. So I mean, it was just bad football on Washington. So I throw that out there. But can we bounce back? Yes, we can bounce back. The offense is explosive. So that's one positive thing about the whole situation. The D is trash, but the offense is explosive, and the 3-headed monster with Jahan, Curtis, and McLaurin. I mean, we got a really, really solid offense. And we still going to have pieces come back. So, yeah, we could definitely bounce back from the loss. It was probably a teachable moment. We was too high on the Jaguars win. But we did give up 800 yards to the #1 and #2 overall picks in the draft. So that looks very, very bad on our defense, and that's concerning. So some needs to happen. The change needs to happen somewhere on that end of the field. So.
All right, talk to me, Lions fan, Carl.
All right, y'all. Couldn't find my Lions hat, so I gotta wear my Tigers hat. So, but yeah, man. So first, I would just like to say, the Commanders can bounce back because to me, this ain't really a bounce back moment. As y'all saw the graphic in the game, the Lions have won the last 5, now 6 out of the last 7 against the Commanders, which is what I was trying to say. I don't know if I said this on the show or in the chat, but I was trying to say it like the Lions had the Commanders' numbers. No matter what it is, like they always got their number. And I just want to say a few things. Yes, that defense gave up a lot of yards, but it's bad when the Lions got confidence in Jared Goff late game to just keep slinging the rock instead of running the ball and killing the clock and getting up out of there. Like, I've never seen the Rams or the Lions be like, all right, Jared Goff, we should be running the ball, but you so hot. We just going to have you keep throwing it. And he's completing the passes. Like, he looked really good. It was moments in the game where he was still Jared Goff, where, to be honest, I feel like the Lions could have scored more points if he wasn't Jared Goff. But He did look good, and now with the Lions' run game 2 weeks straight has looked excellent. They put up like almost what they put up above I think 150 against the Eagles week 1 rushing.
Mhm.
They again went stupid week 2 against the Commanders, and as you can see, the Eagles contained the mess out the Vikings run game Monday night. Dalvin Cook couldn't get going. I think he finished 15 rushing yards. I think Kirk Cousins had the longest run for the Vikings with
Yeah.
like 12 yards or something like that late in the game
Mhm.
in garbage time. But that defense is concerning for y'all. I will say that. Um, it's again, as y'all all know, it's the secondary. Y'all need help on the back end. Y'all have a piece or two, but y'all don't have a secondary and hold. Now, could it be Jack Del Rio and the defenses y'all running? Possibly. Um, I can't say yes or no. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched enough of y'all to say whether it's Jack Del Rio or like the secondary flat out. But I do see it's a little bit concerning there from watching the Lions game. Yeah, great win for the Lions. Let's go, fear the roar. You feel me? It's Lions football actually looks fun to watch. My mom actually called me
Yeah.
and was like, I don't even recognize this team. It's just so fun to watch the game. Like I haven't seen this in a while. So that's good. Yeah, but to answer your question, I think y'all can, even though I don't consider it a bounce back, y'all can pick up from here and move forward.
Yeah, man. I mean, where do I start? It's like no, but I was so frustrated watching that game live, and I was even more frustrated watching the condensed version, and even more frustrated watching the 22s. All right, so flat out, the Lions won that game. They earned it. I believe they were more prepared than us mentally. They, you look at the situation, they just came off that Eagles loss when they rallied back in the second half, but fell short. And then, like Mark said, we were too high on that Jaguars win, and don't think it's a bad win. I think we were just too high on it, and we came in there with low intensity in the first half. Well, and then also one thing that the two things the Lions have that's good to me, offensive line is great, and their defensive line is good. All right, they at the line of scrimmage they are good, and that's a good start for a great football team. So like a couple of years from now, they keep developing, they keep getting these. They got Swift and everything, but if they just get a quarterback, right? They could be dangerous for real, right? Because they got everything else. But you look at that first quarter and a half, it was just, the game plan that we had planned for this game didn't match, wasn't a good match for what they had planned for us, basically, right? Because everything was everything we like every play we drew up, nothing was short, everything was long, right? We had no time in the pocket to to let the play develop. You look at that Wentz sack in the for the safety. Wentz was in shotgun on the 3 yard line. He was in shotgun, took a 3-step drop back in shotgun, and our lineman got beat by the rookie Hutchinson, whatever his name is, right? He got beat on the
Hater.
edge, and
Yeah.
and then it was a safety. So, but we did adjust it midway through the second quarter. We started doing like a lot of quick throws, stuff like that. We couldn't get the first down. We couldn't score. But you see in the second half, they knew we had to throw the ball, and we were still able to throw the ball because we made adjustments. So that's one thing I'm excited about this team. That game is we do have an explosive offense. All right. You guys are calm commanders all you want. We got some great skill players. We got Curtis Samuels, who's leading the team in targets so far, fully healthy. This dude is showing up so far, right? Even though, like Mark says, number 1 and 2 pick in the draft, it's still an NFL team, right? So Curtis Samuels is balling. Jahad Dawson, best hands in the draft. That's what they've been saying. He's been proving it. 3 TDs already. He hasn't dropped the ball yet. And every catch he has so far were all contested, and he's caught all of them. 3 TDs. You got Terry McLaurin.
Back-to-back rookie of the week.
Yeah, back-to-back rookie of the week. And what's that record he broke, Mark? You mentioned?
Oh yeah. To out of the last 25 receivers in the draft, he was the first one to get they had 11 tied with 2, and he got 3, so he broke that record, like the most touchdowns in the first 2 games by a rookie.
Right. So Jahaz balling. You got Terry McLaurin. Right, Antonio Gibson. He didn't have a lot of yards, but I mean, you watched that game. He did the best he could for real. That our O line got killed by the Lions D line. All right. So, but the defense, dog, is so bad. It's so bad. Hey, Carl, watching that game, I would give the Lions credit, but a lot of their explosive plays was just straight miscommunication.
Yeah, y'all let us fly sweep go 50+ yards.
Like
that's a nice. Not gonna lie, that's a nice play. We
Okay.
ran a play. They ran a play. The other team that ran a play. That play works. Like that whole day.
Yeah, but y'all's went for like 12. Theirs went for like 50.
Yeah,
What play you talking about?
The fly sweep, the reverse.
The sweep, the reverse to the receiver. That was
that was
that was a good play.
What's his name? Number 22 fault. Number 22. We're keeping
Derek Forrest.
Yeah, Foster. That was his fault, right?
Forrest.
Like, Forrest. His issue is he take hard angles and it be bad angles. Like it's terrible, right?
Yeah, he got bad pursuit.
Yeah, bad pursuit, terrible pursuit. Every mistake he made was that was the issue, right? And Holcomb had a terrible game. One thing I'm excited about our second-year player, Jamin Davis, he had a good game. He played good that game. Not saying he was great, but he didn't have any mistakes I saw after being called out the first game. Now, listen, I don't want to, listen, Ron Rivera, he had some good moments, but one thing I didn't like about Ron Rivera this week is that he constantly called out the players, and I haven't really heard him much talk about him and the coaching staff. Because if you got players constantly out of position, players constantly missing assignments, what are we doing to fix that problem? Because that's the issue. That's the issue we had last year. Kenneth Fuller, oh my gosh, getting cooked every time. William Jackson III, oh my gosh, getting cooked every time, right? So our secondary is terrible. Not just our secondary, our linebackers are not showing up. Only thing that's showing up is our front four. But the front four are getting frustrated because they are half second away from a sack, and then you got St. Brown in the end zone, Moss and William Jackson III. So,
oh my God,
I still
St. Brown wanted them though.
But it don't even matter. It was just bad. Play. That was a.
No, I'm saying St. Brown is actually really good. Like
I like St. Brown. Yeah, he is.
He's
but
good. But man, he didn't get Moss. Like he went up with him, and then he just got the best out of him. I could have caught that. So like for real, I probably could have caught that. He slipped some more stuff. All right, so I do believe that we still are capable of making the playoffs. We got an easy schedule, and this one game, like Mark said, this is good for us. And Eagles are off a high, and we are off a low, and that's good for us, for real. So we're coming into this week humble, and I like it. So of course,
can I say one thing, Joe?
Yeah, go ahead. You can say a lot.
All right, because y'all spoke about being high on the Jaguars. I will give you credit, like I did in the chat. You kept it real. You legit in your 50-second short said that y'all should have lost that game. The Jaguars lost that. I mean, y'all shouldn't have won that game. The Jaguars lost that game. So I respect you for keeping it real about that.
Now look,
okay, I'm gonna say something about that because I didn't agree with that statement at all. It was like it was an immediate reaction after a game. Like it was highs and lows. But if you watch the game in the all 22s. You'll actually really see what happened. And this they could have scored like 30 plus, but we could have scored 50 points. So it's just like it was good and bad on both sides. So I'll give them that. Yeah, it was immediate reaction without watching it. It was just like we won.
Yeah, Carl, I agree with Mark. So if I had to redo that video, I would say that we we got lucky on defense. But on offense, there were opportunities we missed also, So, and me, when it comes to the Commanders, for some reason, I have the worst case scenario view, So I'm not gonna say we should have lost that game, but as far as defense, we were actually because you look at the stats, third down, we were great. I think we only allowed 3 first downs that game.
They were 3 for 12.
The stats don't tell the story though. And just like the Lions game, they only got like 4 first downs, I think. Like they were like 4 from like 13 somebody down on third down. And I'm like, you look at that, you think we got a good defense, but no, that's not telling the story. Like, nah. So if you watch the game, our defense, Jack Del Rio, listen, I don't want to call him right from their job, but if he has another terrible game against the Eagles, something gotta change. The last time Ron Rivera was the defensive coordinator, the Chargers was the #1 defense. So
even if you don't, yeah. So
I just want to say that I've been saying that 2020 year was an outlier on defense.
No, it was just players playing. Like they was really, it was like first and second year. Like they really was. They was balling. Like they was there.
I'm telling you, man. Half the teams y'all played outside of y'all division put up 30. Then the other half didn't. But then y'all division was full of like the Dakless Cowboys, The Eagles was playing Nate Sudfeld in the fourth quarter, and the Giants stunk.
I didn't even know his name. I'm mad he knew his name.
Nate Sudfeld.
Indiana, University
Jack
of
and
Indiana.
Jack Cullen Moore. Stop. Yeah, Jack Del Rio, man. Something got to change. Like the fact that they call now our players, but coach got to take his responsibility also. All right, so speaking of, Dakless Cowboys, we got to talk about the Cowboys. All right. Cooper Rush led the Bengals. Can the Cowboys make the playoffs? We'll talk about it next.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cause, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, so the Cowboys beat the Bengals 17-14. Well, 2017. All right, they actually sacked Joe Burrow 6 times. But the big talk of the day is actually Michael Parsons, who got him twice. And then Cooper Rush led them to a game-winning field goal in the fourth quarter to beat them 20-17. So, Mark, we got a special guest on here.
Oh,
Last
man threw me in there. That's crazy. My bad.
We got Tomo. All right. So Cowboy fan Tomo, he called it. He said the Bengals gonna win. So we're gonna kick off with you, Tomo.
Hey, hold up, bro.
Right.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My bad. I had two screens on, man. First thing I want to say is cool. Come on, man. Cooper Rush, man. I told y'all in the chat, man. This week I was supposed to be a Bengals fan, so I got to rep the set while I'm still here. Cooper Rush came out there, and Kellen Moore actually ran the perfect game plan. That lets y'all know the NFC East needs to be fearful because we still here, and we got them Giants on Monday.
Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, I'll go on this one. Nah, Tomo, I don't have y'all making the playoffs before the season, with Dak Prescott. All right, but look, I'm gonna give y'all credit for this win though. Like this, I had y'all losing to the Bengals. I'm not high on the Bengals. I think the Bengals will finish 9-8. Not saying that I think they got good players, but I think that they had a run. They had a run. They missed on the opportunity. But one thing I would say about y'all, that dude Michael Parsons, man, he's a monster.
Come on now.
He's a monster. He is somebody I will be worried about when we play y'all.
Now imagine if we would have got Von Miller.
That'd been crazy, That'd been crazy. We probably went there if y'all had other quarterbacks, but
this isn't what if. Yeah.
But Cooper Rush, right? He's good. He's looking good right now. I want to see Cooper Rush 2 games from now when we actually got some tape on him, and we actually know people know his tendencies, his stuff like that. And then one thing good about Cooper Rush, how long he's been with y'all right now? Like
man, he's been there since like I think Romo last year. So yeah, he's been there for a while.
So
no, that was Noah Brown. So Cooper Rush been there for about 4 or 5 years. Yeah,
him and Noah Brown, like
yeah,
they clicking like crazy. So I would say that was a great win, man. And one thing about Cooper Rush, he don't put the ball in harm's way. He
had some moments.
Yeah, he had some moments. Yeah, he did, but not like Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, right? If you know what, let me say this, Tomo. If y'all would have did what y'all did with Cooper Rush with Dak Prescott, then y'all be a better team. But with Dak Prescott, for some reason, he wants to be a pass. He thinks Dak Prescott pass from home. Maybe because of money. Maybe Jerry's whispering in his ear, like, listen, we paid this dude all this money. You better put the ball in his hand. Or I don't know what Jerry's doing. I don't know. But if y'all did the right thing, y'all ran the ball. I know Zeke had a good game. You look at his average, he actually had a good game. Paula had a good game. You know, your boy Schultz almost lost the game for y'all, but y'all made it up and had that game-winning drive. So,
Look,
but yeah.
Look, I'll say this. Going off of the last two things you just said, again, I appreciate you for having me on. In the next two games, we got two division opponents. We got the Giants, who are undefeated, and then we have the Eagles. Then we got the Commanders.
Yes, yeah.
What more film do you need? Because I really think we're going to beat the Giants because that's just easy money. Like, nobody's really worried about Danny Jones. And the Commanders, that's going to be a dogfight. I'm going to say it's going to be a dogfight. And this is the same thing I said about in the group when I was telling everybody about y'all weapons that y'all got. Y'all receivers actually go up and get the ball. Like, you know how other receivers like Justin Jefferson did on Monday night when they was letting Darius Slay throw all on him? Just take all the picks. At least with you guys, you ever notice when your quarterback either underthrows or overthrows, your receivers turn into defenders. So it makes it more of a game. So, y'all wide receivers might be y'all best secondary. But in the next two games, all Cooper Rush, like you said, all you got to do is just hand the ball off, get 10 points, and then we just stay steady like that. That's it.
I feel that. All right, Mark.
Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all credit. That was a good win. Y'all defense really won y'all that game though. Y'all defense is really good this year. Michael Parsons is really the truth. I'll give him that. Trayvon Diggs had a good game.
Come on.
He had a really good game. So instead of him allowing a lot of yards, he shut down. He did good, So I'll give credit where credit is due. Y'all had a good game. Offensively, though.
Why it sound like it hurt for you to say this?
Because it does, man. Offensively, though. Although he did keep the ball, he did he throw a pick? He didn't throw a pick that game. He had like 19 for 31, right? 265 and 2 touchdowns. I think that's what his numbers were. But he had so many opportunities to throw picks. Like it was some bad passes in there. And the Bengals defense isn't it ain't gonna be like the next two games y'all gonna have. The Giants might be one of the best defenses in the league right now. They are.
Well, their defensive tackle just got hurt. One of their tackles just went out. That front line ain't the same.
They're solid right now. So
but who did the Giants?
Saquon.
Who did the Giants play?
The Titans. You can say what you want. If they lost AJ Brown, it was one player. Like AJ Brown was that player. So he left and went to the Eagles. And you seen what he did, but how he helping the Eagles. So they ain't got nobody else over there like that.
And who else they beat? The Panthers, right?
Yeah, which is they had another good defense.
I'm just saying they ain't really faced no real rush yet.
No, they haven't. And y'all haven't either.
Hold on, wait a minute. We played Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay is a good rush.
Yeah, you're right. But y'all lost that game, right?
First of all, Tampa Bay, if anything, we set the bar for Tampa Bay. Yeah, we set the bar because they haven't what's the name? How many points has Tom Brady scored since the season? They're averaging like 12 points a game.
Why am I freezing up?
Yeah. They it's the center being gone is really like disturbance on that O-line. So you see he not getting the ball off like he wants to.
And I remember somebody said something crazy about our rookie being trash. Right now, you think Tyrone Smith out there the way our left side is blocking. Like, look at this.
Well, I definitely I think Sunday, y'all taking the Giants a little too easily. It is an NFC East game, and the Giants are known to come out and be sleepers. Danny Dimes might drop a couple dimes over there, but it's like, no, that's a bad man. But Daniel Jones can run. You can say like he might not. He gonna throw the ball too, so it's not gonna be as easy as y'all think it is. And Saquon is. I think he had a bad game last game, or wasn't a really positive game like he wanted to, but had some good runs in there. And he healthy, so y'all gonna have to stop him and the receiving core. Even though Kenny Galladay didn't get no burn really, he was in for like 2 drives.
So
I thought he was injured.
I see what everyone's saying, right? And this is kind of like last week when Joe was like, you need to come on here with a little bit more hope. Maybe I got way more hope this week than I had last week, right? Because
that's what a win do.
Exactly, especially with the backup, right?
With a backup quarterback, that's what a win.
Because that's what your backup is supposed. That's what your backup is supposed to do, man. We
You
call him
okay?
the backup, okay? Because he came in, he told Kellen Moore, look, stop all that triple and all that dumb option stuff. I'm just hand the ball off left, right, up the middle, pass here and there. Our wide receivers finally got their hands back for one, but everyone in New York, all the receivers in New York are like, y'all not throwing me the ball. So what makes you think they just gonna randomly want to catch passes all of a sudden? Also, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, Higgins. Who are they? Like, we don't even know where they at. They on a milk carton this week. They all doing interviews talking about Denzel Ward, the greatest cornerback, but yet they face 7 and 11 and they got nothing.
Now look, one thing I'll say about 7 is they hyped up that tackle. I mean, it's a regular tackle.
He don't tackle, bro.
But that just tells you how bad that is. Like,
I mean,
like he made a simple tackle, and everybody like, man, that's the play of the day. Like, oh my god,
that was a big play.
There. He better have made that tackle.
Hey, big play, Trey. Yeah.
Question is you confident the Cowboys can still be a playoff team? Dak being gone what 6 weeks from now, because the surgery gonna take weeks, like for the healing process and all that for the thumb. Mm-hmm. So can Cooper Rush? Can y'all go 3-3, or those 6 games y'all gonna be clutch for y'all season?
That is a great question, because
they said Dak will come back as soon as the Eagles.
He won't come back that soon.
That's a bad game to come back.
He won't come back that soon.
Yeah,
they said it's going to be at least 6 weeks, and they're going to like push it because they ain't going to do to his thumb, because he's going to have to.
Yeah, because he still got to learn how to throw the ball. And he already went throwing the ball that great to Mark's point.
They said it's going to take some while, 7 weeks, 6-7 weeks. So can you think Cooper Rush can keep y'all in at least 500?
I give you this.
I think your defense could do it, but I think your offense going to throw away some games.
Here's the next few games. So we got the Giants on Monday night. We got the Commanders. Then we got the Rams. Then we got the Eagles. He can win the next 2 games. I don't know about the other 2.
There's a possibility.
But that's only 4 weeks. He's not coming back in 4 weeks.
That's still enough to keep you afloat. If you win, if he go 500,
it's 7. Yeah, and then like when he come back, you think they're gonna be clicking, or they're gonna like throw the ball the way they was before?
No.
And what if he come back and he's not as good as Cooper Rush?
That's what I think gonna happen.
What?
I think that
he's gonna come back and he's not gonna be as good as Cooper Rush is.
He's not gonna play well. And then, even though I know Dak is better than Cooper Rush, I know, but I think when Dak come back, Kellen Moore's gonna go back to Kellen Moore ways, and then it's gonna look like Cooper Rush is better. And it's gonna be people gonna be like, oh, should the Cowboys get rid of Dak?
So
that's gonna be the topic for like 2 weeks when he comes.
Well, that's already the topic. That's why I was kind of afraid for Cooper to even win that game, because some people jumped out there. They already jumped off the bus. They like, we need to keep Cooper Rush in, and we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, somebody actually DM me and asked me, should they do that?
Stop it. They need to use this period like the probation period, where it's like, okay, Kellen, look at the game. You actually have a scheme. Like, this looks like a team now. Like, just use this and be like, when Dak comes back, just insert him there. Don't have him doing all that extra stuff that you had him doing. Cooper Rush played that last game, and it reminded me of rookie Dak, when it was like first read, no, second read, no, check down. There we go. Instead of like forcing it to CD when there's 5 people around him. Like, why are you forcing it? You already got your money. Why are you forcing anything?
Yeah, I'm with that.
They all be crying, man. They all be crying.
Yeah. I'm with that. If y'all do that, if y'all play like that, then yeah, y'all can be a playoff team. The only reason why I'm not picking out a playoff team is because Dak Prescott.
So you picked Jalen Hurts over Dak.
Jalen Hurts has a way better team around Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott don't have the receiving core he had last year.
But
Jalen Hurts,
But you picking Hurts over Prescott.
I'm not picking Hurts over Prescott. I'm picking the Eagles over the Cowboys.
But Jalen Hurts is the quarterback.
Yeah, he is a quarterback. Yeah,
he's still the quarterback.
That don't mean nothing.
The team could be great. We literally seen Derek Carr have good teams and not make the playoffs.
He said, "Yeah, I know that, but yeah." Now, like once again, Dak Prescott. I don't think Dak Prescott is an all-star, a superstar. I think he's like between like star and game manager. He's a tick above game manager to me. And Jalen Hurts, he's unproven. Like they say he worked on all this stuff. We'll see. The Jalen Hurts we saw on Monday night was actually good. Last year, Jalen Hurts is nowhere near that. But Jalen Hurts, he does lead a team with the number one rushing offense. And their play calling is not crazy like your team, Dallas Cowboys.
They had the number one rushing offense last season, though.
You said what?
Wasn't they like top 5 in rushing?
Because their quarterback had majority of their yards.
No, that's what I'm saying. Eagles are they were the number one rushing on team last year. Number one.
They were? What happened to that?
Number one.
What happened to them? What happened to them?
They lost to the Bucks in the first round. It's like the Cowboys.
What happened when they played the Cowboys?
But the Cowboys, but when they played the Cowboys, he threw the ball a million times. They're not doing that no more. And plus, the Cowboys last year had Amari Cooper, and they had a way better receiver and a way better offense last year than do this year. So, offense got worse.
We had a better decoy because they didn't use Amari Cooper the way they should have. So we had a better decoy.
Yeah, they didn't use Amari. No, I think the offense was spread around good until I got into a playoff team. We had played a good team. That's when Dak froze up. But other than that, yeah. So that's why I don't have y'all making the playoffs. Number one, I don't have y'all making the division because I won last year. Just our NFC East history, okay. I wasn't gonna pick y'all. That's right there. And then number two, I have us having a better record than y'all. I'm sorry, Tomo. I just do.
I mean, I respect it. You gotta have some hope in your team. Hey, yes, I did see the way Hurts played last week, and yes, he did play a great game. However, I also watched. Do you remember the Titans? And they had a great game as well. Sorry, guys. That game against the Vikings was good. I'm giving him his props because I want Hurts to do well because he's a black quarterback at the end of the day, right? However, if you go back and watch your all 22s and your TV replays, there were several plays where people were wide open, and Hurts just chose to try to prove people wrong. So the fact that he has that chip on his shoulder lets me know he's going to have one of them games where he's going to do too much. And everyone's going to be like, whoa, 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 let's reel it back. So
like I'm gonna get to that Vikings game. Good game, I got some, but we'll talk about that. But Tomo, talk to your team before you hop off. What's some last words you got for your Cowboy fans?
Hey man, when you got 10 back there, man, you always gonna win when you got 10. You got 10 as the quarterback, you get 10 points on the board, and the defense got you every time. That's it. We just need 10 points. Maybe 17.
Listen, y'all not the Ravens. Y'all not Ray Lewis and the Ravens. Don't hype your defense like that bad. Like y'all, y'all got good pieces, but y'all ain't no best defense of all time. I know I got Michael Parsons.
Come on now,
Mike is different. Mike is
more now.
Yeah, I can't even fake that.
Because y'all play the Bucks. The Bucks don't look the same right now.
That's because of us.
Because they're hurt. The Bucks are injured. They are hurt, and they offensive line is hurt. So y'all play two teams with a terrible offensive line, right? Now the Bengals, they supposed to have a good offensive line, but I would say y'all defensive line is good, but I would like overrate y'all. But we saw Pittsburgh do the same thing.
Okay. So quiet as it's kept, that's why I picked us to beat the Bengals, because I was like, as long as we can rush, we're going to win this game.
Michael Parsons was killing Collins. Oh my gosh!
Now you see why we let him go.
I see.
He's like a turnstile. He's like, excuse me, I got somewhere to go.
Yeah, he was getting killed.
Yeah, we letting y'all know it's still hope there. There's still time. I mean, everyone actually learned how to catch the ball. Why is he crying? Is that a Steelers fan? That's a Steelers fan. It has to be. It's okay. It's okay, guys. The Cowboys are still in it. I know you two Commander fans are worried now because the division is still wide open. Everyone was 2-0 and they was running when Dallas was losing. But look at us now. We're back, baby. We're back.
Yeah, I'm not worried though, but we'll see y'all in 2 weeks. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
I can't wait.
So yeah,
what Bart Scott say? Can't wait.
Bart Scott, the one that bet for his eyebrows to get cut off. All right, Tomo, appreciate you for coming on. But anytime. Guess what, y'all? We gotta talk about the Ravens. Peace out. I'll see y'all after the commercial break.
What's up, y'all? This is Dennis Garland Jr.
It's your boy Michael Redwood, aka Big Mike.
This is DeVore. My name is Teddy Mercado, and you're watching
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports. Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports. Let's go.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living in different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes. They gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I felt it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
All right. So the Dolphins beat the Ravens, y'all. Upset them this weekend. The Ravens actually up 35-14 going into the fourth quarter. And then Tyreek Hill pieced them out and actually took the lead in the fourth quarter, him and Waddle, even though Lamar Jackson had almost near a perfect game. So we got two Ravens fans tuning in with us. This is what I'm excited about. Now, I want y'all to tell me, are you more impressed by the Miami Dolphins, or are you more disappointed in the Ravens? Let's start with you, Tyrone.
More disappointed in the Ravens. Because one, they had the game won, but then they decide, let's pass the ball all day. They just pass the ball. We up about 35-14. Just keep passing the ball. Pass the ball, run the ball a few times. Give the ball to Justice Hill, 2 times, and keep giving the ball to Mike Davis.
I know who was catching the ball. Nelson Aguilar. Continue, Ty.
And then basically fourth quarter, we basically kept going little minute, 2 minute, 3 minute little drives and then giving the ball back. Now defense just, I don't know, they just maxed it like their daggone defensive coordinator last name, but yeah. So I blame us.
Okay. All right. Let's go, Carl. Talk to us.
All I'm gonna say is this is what happens when you hire from the University of Michigan. You hire the University of Michigan defensive coordinator, and you get a collapse. Now, all right, in all seriousness, though, I don't know how to answer this question because, to be honest, as a Ravens fan, I'm used to it. Baker's rookie year, 2018, last game of the season at home against the Browns to go to the playoffs. We was winning the whole game. I was happy. Browns come back, somehow get the ball with a last-minute drive, and if it wasn't for his interception by C.J. Mosley, probably would have lost that game. Bengals, 4th and 19 against the Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 49-yard touchdown. We decided to call cover 2. Lose the game. Could have went to the playoffs. I'm used to it. I don't know why. I shouldn't be, but like I said, it was just another classic Ravens choke. I'm disappointed in the Ravens, but I'm also impressed with the poise of the Dolphins that two of them had. They never faltered. They stuck to what they was doing, and it finally worked. They finally got Tyreek open twice for 2 bombs. So most teams, they probably would have packed it in, started getting beside themselves, probably would have worked on stuff for next week, but they didn't. They fought, and they won the game. So kudos to them. Hats off, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling real confident in my Dolphins to win that division pick.
Okay. Your Dolphins?
To guard those two guys, to guard Tyreek and Jalen Waddle on the outside, and then you have a guy like Mike Gesicki, who again I thought was going to be a red zone target, and he scored in the red zone and did the worst gritty of all time. It's just hard to stop that offense and that defense. Ty said that we didn't run the ball. We couldn't run the ball. We could not run the ball against the Dolphins. We tried. Justice Hill, I seen the play. Justice Hill was so flustered, I guess. He missed the touchdown. Kept going outside. He cuts it in. We had a elite block coming right there for him. He had 6. I mean, we missed JK. We missed Gus, but there's no excuse. We still got to find ways to be able to run the ball. Lamar can't be our leading rusher. Lamar's great, but we got to be able to run it. Other than that, it's on to New England. Hopefully, we don't have Jalen, Lamar Davis, and 2 rookies having miscommunications.
All right,
Well,
let's get it, Mark.
I am impressed with the Dolphins more than I am disappointed in the Ravens. They had 28 points in one quarter in the fourth at that. That's impressive. That's really impressive. And they stars is the ones that did it with Waddle and Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 was the 600 yards. That's that's crazy to say he broke a passing record like that on the Ravens. That's how the defense normally is. But I am it's like the Ravens not as good as it's advertised. It's just Lamar,
You was coming.
Yeah, so it's Lamar Jackson really is the key to your team, and if he doesn't get paid, I don't know what's going on with that franchise, and I mean until they find another quarterback. So hopefully Lamar stays healthy. I hope to God he stays healthy because he is a hell of a player. But outside of Lamar, there's nothing really going for the Ravens too much.
How do you? All right, so look, most teams that win Super Bowls, what is the key to their team?
The defense.
No, it's the quarterback.
What's the defense?
It's been 2 QBs who won Super Bowls, and you've been like, all right, it wasn't the QB, and that's been, and maybe it's one is Nick Foles. I can't even think of a second one recently.
That won a Super Bowl or made it?
Yeah, won it. That won the Super Bowl.
Oh, recently? Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it's probably been Nick Foles. Every other Super Bowl winning quarterback has been like Brady, Mahomes.
But let me ask you this though: have there been teams that made it to the playoffs?
Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, we're not one of those. All right, we make it to the playoffs, we're fine. No, we're borderline Super Bowl bust.
But Carl, are y'all good enough to even compete for the playoffs without Lamar Jackson?
No, but that's my point.
That's my point. That's what Mark's trying to tell you.
But look, if you take Brady off the Patriots when he got hurt, they didn't make the playoffs.
They went 11
they still went 10 and 6.
They still didn't make the playoffs.
11-5.
They still didn't make the playoffs.
But okay, y'all won 11 games.
They won 11 games.
And look at the Patriots now.
What about
they made the playoffs, but they got blown out.
No, this is what we're saying. We're saying like, because the playoffs, sometimes you gotta have momentum. A la Bengals, a la New York Giants twice as wild cards. Yeah. Sometimes you just need the Bucks with Tom Brady. They really they defense click at the right time, momentum. So once you get in the dance, it's one game at a time. And you know how football is. The balls can bounce the wrong way. You get it, right? But my thing is, can y'all even get in the dance without Lamar?
Well, with our team, time out. With our team constructed, maybe. If we go down a lot, no. But if Snoop had to run this team, we could probably be a playoff team. But that'd be like, all right, we made the playoffs, cool, we fine. It wouldn't be Super Bowl bust like with Lamar.
But what proof do you have? Because when Snoop came in,
it was again 4. You heard the game. 4 blown fourth quarter leads last year. We just picked up where we left off.
Yeah, okay. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all win or lose those games.
But can you name a team that can make the playoffs off their quarterback? Can they make a playoff off the quarterback? No.
You said who?
Kansas City. Can they win it without their quarterback? No.
They probably not because of the division. Probably not because of the division they in.
I think.
But with Andy Reid, yeah, he could probably make the playoffs or at least get close to it, probably without Patrick Mahomes. He probably could. I'm not even gonna lie. Like he probably could.
He's a great coach.
But not in the AFC West though. Not in the AFC West.
This is my point though. But I brought up the full quarter blown leads. Because in order for you to blow a lead, you have to have a lead. And we were able to have a lead even though we didn't have Lamar Jackson.
And
so that's why I brought up
just like y'all couldn't get
before blown fourth quarters that we had last year. Because I disagree. I think that the wide receivers we have is perfect for the offense that we run. But yeah, so the offense isn't a problem. It's just the fourth quarter, the defense for some reason, and it's been 2 defensive coordinators. I don't know what happens. I don't know if we get too conservative. I don't know if we get too exotic. I don't know what happens. Maybe we do need to go more conservative and get less exotic when we up 21 points. But what I will say, the changing point of this game and I was talking to J-Mo, who's a Dolphins fan. I was telling him the changing point of the game was when we went for that fourth down, and we didn't have to. We went for it on fourth down late in the game in the fourth, I believe. We didn't have to do it.
Twice.
And we didn't get it. And they go down and bomb us like the next next couple plays, maybe even the next play.
And Marcus Peters wouldn't even. He was there. He could have got a deflection or something. I feel like he was slow walking it.
I think that blown fourth down late in the game, which we didn't need, really lost us the game. I don't blame that fumble early in the first quarter because we was able to go up 21 points, even though we did that and they went down and scored. We went up 21. So to me, that play doesn't have any relevance to why we lost that game.
Yeah. All right. So I think too. So me, I'm not okay. I'm thinking it's neither for me. Like, all right, I'm probably a little bit more disappointed in y'all because you can ask J-Mo. I was in there like J-Mo, it ain't over. When it's 35-14, I was like, it ain't over, J-Mo. It ain't over, J-Mo. Because you got explosive, you got an explosive offense, and plus I picked on the part because I picked on to win the game. I picked the Dolphins, even though Carr, me and Carr was on here. I said they're gonna beat the Ravens, and he disagreed with me, but that's another topic, right? But so Tyreek Hill, matter of fact, y'all like the graphic on the corner with Tyreek Hill doing the peace sign up.
That's cool. I mean, all the slander we get, we deserve it, so I'm not even tripping.
But Marcus Peters, you said it right, Tay. Marcus Peters, man, on that play, when Tyreek caught that first bomb, it was underthrown, and I felt like he gave up when I play. I felt
he's a casual for one play that Tyreek has done to numerous corners in the league, bro. That's why I ignore him. It don't make sense.
The thing is that Tyreek is so fast. It's like I feel like that could have happened any point in the game.
That's what I'm saying. So he's a casual because he got burnt by Tyreek.
No, my issue.
Jalen Waddle was
I feel like he gave up on a play because of Tyreek's speed. Like Tyreek had big yards ahead of him. Tua underthrew the ball, and Peters like slow walked it.
You probably don't understand how fast Tyreek Hill probably really was.
Man, he looks fast on TV. Like he's fast. I know. like when he caught that slant and then he backed up like 5 yards and still gained like another 8 yards. Right on the sideline, that was crazy. But y'all couldn't forget Tyreek. Y'all had no answer for Waddle. Waddle was cooking y'all. Like for real, Tyreek had these explosive plays, but for real, Waddle was really the problem. Waddle was torching y'all the whole game. I'm watching that game. Every time I look at Waddle catching the ball, and Tua played a great game. Tua had those 2 interceptions, which is interceptions, but outside of that, man, he was so good. He was a good
3. Marcus Williams should have had 2 picks that game. Dropped it.
Yeah. But X-Man should have got a pick 6 on the mark.
He should have. You're right. He definitely should have.
Yeah. So that game, because like I mean, watching that game, Lamar played good. Lamar that pass he threw, that sidearm, the touchdown between the 2 defenders, great throw. So people that say that Lamar can't throw, please shut up. All right, stop the noise because Lamar, as we want to praise. So you see how everybody hopped on Jalen Hurts on Monday? We need to get that same level of Lamar Jackson because Lamar gets beat up all the time. All right, so but the Ravens
he threw a no-look touchdown, but that wasn't the Dolphins. That was the Jets.
So what?
He threw a no-look touchdown pass against the Jets.
Did the Jets?
I really want to no look though.
Man, here we go. Here we go.
But he could throw. He's pretty good. And y'all got some speedy receivers. Bateman, that was a tough catch and run he had. So, but watch out for the Dolphins, y'all. 12-5 winning the AFC.
I had them winning that division too.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, I definitely had them winning that division. It's gonna be a showdown though when they play the Bills.
They play this week.
Yeah,
I know. So it's gonna get real.
All right, so look, So before y'all Ravens fans get off, right? He said the Ballywood Parkway. All right, give y'all Raven fans, your fan base, any last words.
Hey, it could have been the Jets, man.
They got hope.
Won the league with 2 minutes left against the Jets, but you didn't. So you can hang your hat there. Joe Flacco is back, baby. 3rd in the league in passing yards. Nah, but for real, serious note, man. Baltimore, we be all right. I'm pretty sure they're gonna look at the film because one of them touchdowns was a miscommunication. We're gonna be straight. Hopefully, we clean everything up against the Patriots because we can't make mistakes like that against Bill. He'll make you pay for it. Everybody lost in the division that week, so that's a plus.
Yeah.
So, as much as that game hurts because we should be 2-0 and leading the division, another team blew one. Steelers lost. Bengals lost to the Cowboys. So it is what it is. It's part of the game. One last thing I wanted to say though about Tua, man, I watched a play with Tua threw the ball when Tyreek was at midfield, and it looks underthrown, but he threw the ball 30 yards in front of Tyreek, and it was it looks underthrown. That's how fast Tyreek is.
He is ridiculous. Yeah, I give him that. He's ridiculous.
Yeah, Tyreek crazy.
Yeah,
all right,
he's
Ty.
different.
My last word is pay Lamar. That's it.
That's it.
Pay Lamar.
Pay him on going to the Lions for real.
Hey, Ty, if y'all don't pay Lamar leaves, what you gonna do? You gonna still be a Ravens fan?
I'm not watching football.
Oh my God, y'all
Ty.
not true Ravens fans.
I'm saying I'm a Ravens fan, but I'm gonna watch the Eagles more.
Bro, I've been a Ravens fan for 20 plus, bro.
I knew you were Eagles
fan.
Bro, this will hurt. This will hurt worse than anything. This will hurt worse than the Billy Cundiff missed field goal against the Patriots. Before that, when Lee Evans dropped the ball for to go to the Super Bowl in 2011, this will hurt more than that. This will hurt more than when another freaking classic Ravens choke up 21 against the Steelers in the AFC Championship game and lose that game.
Jerome right smiling somewhere.
Another reminder. Don't forget when Carson Wentz has more all yards than Lamar this year. Is
it better statistics or is it better passing?
No, it's not passing.
He's winning so far. Carson is beating Lamar so far.
No, that's passing. But I think Ty said passing and rushing.
No, he did have 100 yards rushing. How many passing yards Lamar
rushing together? It was all
like 3, I think.
No, they probably
everything together.
He down. Lamar down by 18.
Remember, Tyrone tracking that.
Just know, Wentz might throw for 45 to 5,000 yards this year.
No.
All right.
I can see
that. He really might though.
Okay.
He really might though. All right. But Lamar gonna hit the fours. And what you gonna do when Lamar hit 4,000 and 1,000 yards rushing?
No, Lamar ain't doing no 4,000 yards.
He ain't gonna hit 4,000
yards.
Has he ever thrown 4,000 yards?
He gonna have 30.
But he's never looked as good either.
I get 33 to 35.
All right, y'all. We gotta get the other AFC North crew in here. All right, so all right, appreciate y'all for coming on course. But we got to talk about this next matchup on Thursday night. We got the Steelers and the Browns. We gonna talk about that when we come back from break.
Hey, you already know who it is, man. It's Lamar, a.k.a. L to the second letter to the crooked letter.
My name is Joseph.
My name is Jamal, and you're watching
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Bond can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
Okay, so the Steelers and the Browns face off tomorrow night on Thursday Night Football. Both of them had dramatic game ones and won both of those games, but then both of them turned around and dropped the ball in week 2. So both of them are 1-1. They face off tomorrow, and we got to talk about who's going to win this game. We got 2 fans here. We got Tay and Javon here, man, representing the squad. So we're going to kick it off with you, Javon. Who's going to win this Thursday? The Steelers or the Browns?
What's going on, fellas? Man, to be honest, close your eyes and just pick anything because we don't know who's going to win this game, to be honest. We both are in the same position. We both are in the same position, man. You know, our defense is playing pretty decent. I mean, I would say our defense is playing a little better because we're holding our opponents to lower scores. But as far as our offense, man, that's the only thing I'm really worried about. Our offense, last year, what was I saying? It's Big Ben. He can't throw far, so we got to throw a lot of short passes. We don't got Big Ben no more, but guess what? We still doing the short routes, short passes. I don't get it.
Yeah.
We do these crazy trick plays every once in a while, like jet sweeps to Chase Claypool. Like I don't really get what they're doing over there. They're not Matt Canada. I think it's time for him to go. I really do. Mr. Trubisky, a lot of people are gonna look at him and say it's him really, but I can't really point the blame to him 100%. He does get about 40% of the blame because he reads the defense very slow. He makes bad reads. He doesn't do little tricks like that. Throw the defense off, look guys off. He doesn't do none of that. He is very athletic and he does use his legs pretty well. I wish he would use it more rather than throw because I don't know what I don't know. I really don't know what happens on offense. Najee Harris, he's an excellent back. Last game he was missing a lot of holes, if you ask me. But I think that's going to come with him working more with our offensive line, which is pretty. It did improve a lot. It's not top tier or nothing like that, but it did improve a lot. I want the rookie to come in. I do want the rookie to come in because I believe he makes faster reads and things like faster reads. I think he's more athletic. I think he will actually run the ball more than Mitch would. But I just don't know if he would succeed just because the playbook, the play calling is terrible. I mean, you put another quarterback in the same position, I don't think it's going to get any better, to be honest. So I really think the play calling needs to change. But I think I'm sorry, guys. This is where I'm at with the Steelers, man. I'm not, before the year, I kept saying that, I don't know what to expect. We as the team, we have weapons. We have a fresh new quarterbacks. Don't know what they're going to do. Play calling is dragging us down right now, though. I do think we can edge them out. They did just drop the ball against the Jets in a terrible fashion. I mean, the Jets put up 30 points. No team's put up 30 points on us yet. I don't have faith in Jacoby Brissett, but I don't have faith in Trubisky either. So I'm going to give us the edge. We might edge them out about one possession game due to our defense. So I got us winning.
All right.
Hold on. Before you say something, Joe, Tomo, y'all defense ain't better than ours. The Cowboys defense is playing pretty good. Michael Parsons looking sweet, but y'all defense still isn't better than ours. It's just not. Top to bottom, it's not. TJ Watt is out right now, so y'all best defensive guy probably is better than ours. But when TJ Watt come back, that's not the case no more. I mean,
that's right.
That's just me. Anybody that thinks Michael Parsons is better than TJ Watt, I mean, we can have a discussion about that. And we still got Minka Fitzpatrick, which is better than any guy in y'all secondary. So go ahead, Tay. I had to hush that noise that Cowboy fan was talking.
Let's go. All right. Let's go, Tay. Talk to me.
All right. So first, thanks for having me on. How y'all fellas doing?
Good, man.
Tomorrow night, I don't know who win. So the fan in me gonna say my Browns gonna win that game. But in all realism, I think it's going to be a defensive battle for the simple reason as Jacoby Brissett and Mitchell Trubisky, we don't expect them to do much, like neither one of them. I don't think I could really play any blame on Jacoby Brissett for how he played the first 2 weeks because we shouldn't even have Jacoby Brissett in most of the situations that he in if we top whatever defense. I don't see anything top, and that's what I'll be telling them in the locker room. You come out dominating the first half, and the second half is popcorn. I don't know what's going on for real. For us, barbecue chicken alert. Denzel Ward, we just paid you all that money, and twice, 2 weeks in a row, we look up, and the receiver is wide open. You could throw a ball in the ocean at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get what's really going on with that side of the ball right now. I do believe that Steelers don't have no receivers that could really just dominate the game from first quarter to fourth quarter. So they gotta run that ball, and you gotta meet Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney at that point. I don't think that's a lot of running going on.
Clowney out.
Yeah, he out.
that's fine. You know what I'm saying? We still got Tavian Bryant from the Jags, stud. You know what I'm saying? Stud. But I think it's going to be a game managing game, low scoring affair. I say probably about 17 to 13, 17 to 14, something around that. You know what I'm saying? Probably both defenses probably score the ball at least one time. But I don't see a lot of running. I don't see a lot of running going on, a lot of passing going on. We could talk about Nick Chubb and Najee Harris. I don't see a lot of offense being generated at all during this game. I'm just being honest. I think the whole concept of the Steelers have winning seasons since 2003, 2004. That's over. Them days are done. You know what I'm saying? Mitchell Trubisky. I want to see the young rookie Kenny come in, but those days are done. I think Bengals have the division. Ravens figuring it out. Steelers don't have it, and we not even ready till week 11. That's way too late. You know, I thought we was gonna be ready by week 8. We ain't ready at all. I'm just trying to hold on. We lost to the Jets. Come on now.
Y'all are bad.
I like how y'all were both humble in the beginning of y'all speeches and then took a jab at each other at the end of y'all speeches. All right. Talk to me, Mark.
Yeah. So I think honestly the Browns win this game only because of the run game. Their run game is better than the Steelers' run game, and because when they come back to quarterback, duality is, it's even. They both not tiered. So it's gonna come down to the run game and the defense, and I trust the Browns' run game more than the Steelers' run game. Defensive wise, you're right. They do got to meet Myles Garrett, and I do think it's going to be some turnovers, and I think like one team and it's going to be decided by defense really. So it's whichever team had the most turnovers going to win. Yeah. No, yeah.
Whoever got the most turnovers is going to lose.
Yeah, whoever got the most turnovers. So I do think the Browns won because of the running game, though. But that's it.
Yeah. So I'm the Ravens gonna win that division, and I think all right. Let me go to this. I got the Steelers, so we tied 2-2. I'm picking the Steelers. So look, I think it's gonna be opposite, which I think it is gonna be. I remember last year the Cowboys played the Chiefs, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a high scoring game," blah blah blah, and then it ended up being a low score game. So I think that's gonna happen in reverse mode with y'all game. Not saying y'all gonna score like 40 points, but I got both of y'all scoring over 20 points this game. And I think the Steelers, I like what Trubisky did. He took ownership and him not, basically finding his receiver. That's what he said. I heard his press conference. He took ownership in that. He said he will do a better job in that. And Javon, I agree with you. I watched y'all all 22s. Trubisky, he missed some open dudes too. It was one play, y'all did a play action, and he had all the time in the world. And I think he missed. I think it was Clay. He missed somebody, and then he got sacked. All right, so I'm like his read, and that's why he a backup. His reads are like he got slow reads. But I do think that this game he's going to give his receivers chances. Like he's going to air the ball out. So like y'all said, it might be some turnovers, but it's also going to be some scoring too. Right? And then Tay, they do got receivers. They have a good receiving core. They got good skill players. They just need somebody that's gonna give it to them for real. They got Deontay Johnson. Y'all know Deontay Johnson went the whole year without dropping the pass until like week 16, week 17. He had like
George Pickens too.
Yeah, George Pickens. They got Claypool, who claims he's top 3, in the league. And Javon, why you right? Why are they giving a just week to Claypool? I saw that in week 1. I said,
what they doing?
And then but the key to the Steelers winning and having a successful season, I don't think the Steelers make a playoff, but I do believe they will finish over 500. They gotta establish run game. Najee Harris hasn't done that yet. They gotta establish run game. Like Javon says, a new offensive line, but that's why we got training camp. That's why we got the off season to iron these kinks out. But like I said, I mean, like we all know, it's early in the season, only week 2. Now Brissett, he actually played okay against the Jets. He didn't have a terrible game. Y'all defense let y'all down that game. All right. Y'all let Joe Flacco, he didn't have a good percentage, but he threw 4 TDs and then scoring back to back in that small in a little bit of time like that. That's just the defense right there. Right. So But I do think it's gonna be a close game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, nothing like that. And I think people will come out that game like, wow, that game was a little bit more exciting than I thought. And then I think the Steelers are gonna edge it out.
Okay. A few things I want to touch on right quick. First, Tay, you tripping if you think the Bengals got the division.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say they have the best young talent. I'll give you that. As far as on the offensive end, I'll give you that with their quarterback, their running back, and receivers. All of them pretty young. But I think the Ravens right now are the best team as far as they're the most put together team, top to bottom. I would say Cleveland, if y'all can make it through without having Cooper, y'all can make it through that gauntlet with a decent record. Yeah, not Cooper, Deshaun Watson. Y'all will be all right, but y'all just, Deshaun Watson away from being a good team. I think for us, I think we're really in a position. We're really a real sleeper team. Like, nobody know what to expect from us, really. Right now, our offense is so. We got the third lowest yards per game right now, 255. It's trash. Teams getting that in the first half. Like, come on now. Like,
the Lions have
quarterback,
more
like that's bad, you know. So but it's only one switch, and that's just take the routes, extend the routes deeper. You know, stop doing these short routes. We got receivers. Tay, if you didn't know, we got receivers. We got guys that can make plays. I think our receiving core is actually better than y'all receiving core. Y'all have one receiver that's really like that, to be honest. Donovan People-Jones, he just really a guy that catch bombs every once in a while. Like, I don't really see him really doing anything special. But Joe, as far as Najee Harris in the training camp, he was injured. He missed some time, so maybe that has something to do with the reason why their chemistry is off. But I got us winning again. I'm gonna reiterate it again. After hearing what y'all were just speaking out, Mark and Tay, their run game is pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, but our defensive front has really stepped up this year. Nobody really has just ran all over us. I will say the Patriots last game, to end the game, they did run the ball pretty well, but it wasn't a constant thing throughout the whole game. So I have faith in our offense to be able to slow them down and be able, our defense be able to slow the run down and get a dub out of this.
All right.
Okay, look at this, right?
Okay.
I think a lot of times with me in debates and a lot of guys, y'all forget that y'all talking to a Browns fan.
Let's get it.
We know what losing look like. We know what it feel like. We could see it coming a mile away. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's not looking good for some of these teams in the division. In a season or two, it's going to be looking like straight losing, straight disappointing faces. That's all I'm saying. And nothing lasts forever. All the winning, all the glory, all the Super Bowls, it got to end at some point. Y'all got to take a backseat ride. It's our time, baby. All I'm saying is I can't help but be biased on this. If Deshaun Watson was here, we'd be on our way. Super Bowl.
Okay. Still coming, So
yeah, that's week 11. So I'm looking towards next season. But far as tomorrow night, it's up in the air. It's a coin flip. That's all it is. It's a coin flip. It comes down to the last drive.
I think we got a bigger chip on our shoulder though, so I think we're gonna get the dub.
Why can't you pick it though?
I wouldn't know how. Y'all had Ben Berger. Y'all didn't send Ben Berger away good.
He made the playoffs last year. That was good if you ask me. We exceeded expectations.
Defense.
All right, look, before y'all hop ball, both of y'all some last words for y'all fans.
Let them bum Browns go first, man.
Let's go.
I would say to the fans, still be optimistic because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? The first half of the schedule is pretty easy. We can get some W's out of this first half of the season. If Deshaun come back, if we in the position where Deshaun come back and we fighting for a playoff spot, then we get it. Simple as that.
I don't think Deshaun is going to be back to game form first game. So it might take him a couple games to get adjusted.
Oh, he going to be
if y'all are in fighting position, that's gonna be a tough one because you bring him back, and y'all had Jacoby doing that for y'all, and he's not the same as he was with Houston.
He definitely gonna be back. Our team is leaving games to go train with Deshaun on the back end. They ready for him. Jacoby ain't it?
All right.
All I want to say, man, still a nation. Hang in there. We 1-1. We number one in the division today, right now. We 1-0 in the division. We can be 2-0, 2-1. We easily could have been 2-0 right now. So hang in there. We got a tough schedule ahead of us. I'm not gonna lie. We got two sorry teams, really. Everybody else is top notch.
Yeah.
So get your flags, get your towels ready. Let's wave them, and let's get it going.
I think Kenny Pickett comes in week 6.
I would like to see him come in.
I think they're gonna play the year out with Trubisky unless he gets really bad.
If he have one game where he throw too many picks, he's got.
Nah, Mike
we
Tomlin.
know it's coming. I know. I'm just saying, if he had one game where he throw like 4, his time is coming.
Y'all should have kept Mason Rudolph for all of this.
Nah. All right, y'all. All right. Appreciate y'all for coming on. All right.
Yes,
We'll see the results tomorrow.
All
right, but now we gotta get down to the main event. The Eagles and the Commanders. We got Kevin joining us. Y'all stay tuned.
This is Kevo.
My name is Tyrone.
This is Coach Coons, and you're watching
Refuse to Lose podcast.
To Refuse to Lose Sports.
We Refuse to Lose Sports.
No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm ready to win. Refuse. Mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. I sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm ready to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, so the Eagles destroyed the Vikings on Monday night, while the Commanders lost to another AFC North team, the Lions. But they meet this week, y'all. All right, they meet this week, this Sunday. First division game for both of them, and both games are very important. So we're gonna talk about this upcoming game. Who do we think is gonna win? And we got my guy, Kevo. All right. So Kevin, we're gonna start off with you, right? We're gonna start off with you. Happy you on the show, all right? Will Jalen Hurts lead the Eagles to a 3-0 record this Sunday?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't he do it? But honestly, I don't feel like Jalen Hurts is gonna have to be the hero this week, to be honest with you. What's going on, Mark? It's good. But nah, honestly, I don't think Jalen Hurts got to play hero ball. He said that's what I mean. But nah, I honestly don't think Hurts going to have to, he's not going to have the big Superman this week. I think he's going to be a cool mixture of one of those games where he's going to play well. But the stat man going to be on the sidelines like he had a terrible game. But if you really look at the game, he's going to be efficient. He's just not going to do too much wild stuff, I don't believe. I feel like it's going to be more so of a Dallas Goedert and the Miles Sanders type of game. It's on to the next group of weapons for them to get their due. That's what I feel like is going to happen. Not saying they're doing it on purpose, but I feel like it's a strategic plan for them to get everyone the ball without trying to congest it all into one game. Last week was kind of like that in a sense, but it was more so the passing game time. The first game was all Hurts. It was Sanders and them had a decent game, but that was mainly Hurts. And AJ Brown had a decent game. This last game, it was Yeah, I started to black it out, but I was like, I'm just gonna keep it for keepsake, just to flex on these fools. But
And you got it backwards, so everybody can see the name.
But now I feel like this game is gonna be more so tight end running back type game. Because Dallas Goedert is just explosive as any other tight end in the league. As well as Miles Sanders in the back coming out the backfield. Plus it's his time anyway. He's due for a big game anyway. It's been a while since Miles Sanders really shown off. Like he's always been in that mid range of the 12 touches, the 80 to 90 range. He hasn't broken off for 120, 130 in a while. It's about that time. Also, with our defense, I know y'all got a real weapons, right? Now, I'm not a Commander fan at all, but I'm a fan of football. This is my evaluation of y'all and what I feel like is going to be the best way to attack us when y'all play us. I feel like in order for y'all to play y'all best game against us or have a chance to beat us, it will have to be a Curtis Samuel and Antonio Gibson type of game. I'm not talking about Antonio Gibson running the ball. I'm talking about Antonio Gibson coming out the backfield. It's going to have to be a lot of quick outs and intermediate type of stuff, gadget, roundabouts, catches sleeping type of deal to where you get a couple wild plays that catches off guard. And those are your two technically overall explosive players on your team. Like, I like Dawson or whatever, but Dawson's not really blown. He's not really, like, scaring people. He's a big threat in the red zone, I can say that. He's a short-hander for sure. He seems like a kind of tweener to where he got some speed on him, but he's also like a decent route runner. He's a hand. He's good with his hands. He's good with making sideline catches and stuff like that. But I don't see him going off. Our secondary is very well rounded, and I don't see us having to follow McLaurin. We're not gonna take Slade out of the play by having him follow McLaurin. That's not happening. So don't even think that's gonna be the case. He won't have to shut down McLaurin. McLaurin can get his little catches here and there. We're gonna play a well-rounded defense. We're gonna mix and match the zone and the man to keep y'all in check. But again, like I say, in order for y'all to exploit it, it's gonna have to be Curtis Samuel and Antonio Gibson.
Okay.
But back to the 3-0 record for Sunday for Hurts, without a doubt. I don't even have y'all scoring 20 points. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Wow. Okay.
And then on top of that, I feel like we're gonna be at the win. We're gonna get out the wins. And mind you, again, we got too much stuff on Wentz. Yeah, Wentz knows us somewhat, but we have too many players on our team that know everything about him, whether it's good, bad, great, or indifferent. We have a head coach who's best friends with his former coach, who was a coach on the Eagles when we won the Super Bowl and drafted him. We know everything about Wentz, what made Wentz, who he is, what he was, and what he won't be. So they already talking about that. But they're gonna pull teeth and see get little tidbits here and there. So that's gonna be that. So again, if Wentz come out there trying to because Philly fans gonna be in your stadium regardless whether you like it or not. They're gonna be deep. They're gonna be in there heavy. So if no Commander fans don't show up, it's gonna get real ugly. Wentz gonna hear that noise. Wentz gonna hear that noise, and he might get rattled a little bit. So I'm about to hit him with them stats. I know you're gonna throw them stats out there.
I ain't gonna throw no numbers out there, man. You ain't ready for no numbers yet,
this
man.
week?
It's still early, man. Look, this is what I gotta say,
so,
man. Look.
Am I just talking about the Hurts thing, or can I talk about the defense as well? You want to get my whole spill out, or we gonna?
You said what?
No, I mean, because I got my perception on how I think our defense can attack us as well.
Nah, you ain't gotta do that. Listen to me, all right? Because y'all defense, y'all don't blitz, and if you give Hurts some time in the pocket, we gonna torch our cornerbacks because we have three the corners. We have three different receivers. Okay,
we have four. We have four starting caliber corners. Because our safety is a corner.
Starting caliber don't mean they're good.
Well,
the only way y'all win is if our defense plays like they did last week.
I'm sorry, James.
That's the only way y'all win.
A top 10 slot corner in New Orleans. We just moved him to safety because our room is too thick. No homo.
And so that's not smart because y'all took him out of his grand position. Like
he's still moving around.
On Madden, if you playing a cornerback at safety, his overall goes down.
Not all the time.
I'm just saying, like, he's not one of the best no more. He ain't one of the best safeties out there.
What was Malcolm
So
Jenkins?
what I'm saying is,
what was Malcolm Jenkins?
Malcolm Jenkins is
what was he when he got drafted?
But all right, hold on. Is that Mark? Is that Mark finishing the spell? Go ahead, Mark.
I mean, it's not really a spell. It's just that like because y'all don't blitz and y'all say y'all gonna get out.
I mean,
Hopefully, y'all do
technically
try to get off the
blitz.
winch.
It's just not
And if y'all do get off the winch, Curtis, you gonna throw the ball out the backfield. So y'all gotta make y'all tackle.
Like I said, I know.
And I don't think y'all gonna be able to really keep up with our offense. Y'all might have a couple of two.
Offense?
Yeah, y'all defense ain't gonna be able to keep up with our offense. It might be a high-scoring game because I know in order for y'all to win, our defense gotta play trash. Our defense really do gotta play trash. Like seriously, because y'all defense, y'all realize y'all ain't scored in the second half of that Vikings blowout.
We didn't have to.
I'm just saying, y'all didn't score. Y'all was driving the ball up and down the field, got the ball blocked.
Y'all didn't score in the first half of the
and
Lions
like
blowout.
all the opportunities that Minnesota had, like with all the picks that he threw, y'all could have still lost the game. But Kirk Cousins was really selling.
Gonna lose it. They never scored anything. So
hold on, Kevin. Is that Mark?
They got to the red zone 4 or 5 times in the second half. And
that's defense. You know, that's the point about defense.
It's like y'all gave them so many chances. Even the kick return that was almost ran back. Then they get a pick and he throw a pick.
That wasn't a kick return. That was
and it's just like he was selling. Like Kirk was selling. It's like he was shaving points. I feel like that's what it was. He had a bet tonight, and that's what happened with Kirk Cousins. And on top of this Monday Night Football, we know as Washington fans how bad Kirk is on primetime games. I think he only played good in one primetime. I think he had one primetime victory in his career.
Like that. You like that.
Y'all like that when he was in D.C. Stop that.
Primetime, he wasn't that good, but regular season, Kirk was solid.
I mean, I don't care nothing about none of that. All I know is Kirk Cousins don't play defense. They were talking about Minnesota rush. Their front seven, the two guys are Darius Smith and Danielle Hunter, whoever else they have. I mean,
all right, look. Let me jump in if y'all don't mind. All right, so look.
We do mind, but we're gonna let you jump in. Go ahead.
It's our show now.
I think it's disrespectful that you said that we're not gonna score 20 points.
I don't think y'all
are.
All right, but look, really disrespectful. Yeah.
All right. I believe that we have a better receiving core than y'all, Kevin. We got a better receiving. Yes, I believe that. I believe we have a better receiving core than y'all. We have a. Do you know your boy Darius Slade? Like last year, they asked him, right? He said, outside of Keenan Allen, because Keenan Allen is always giving him a hard time when they play him, right? He said outside of Keenan Allen, Terry McLaurin is the toughest matchup.
I know that. I know that.
Right,
I love Terry.
So look, Terry, we got Terry McLaurin. Yeah. We got a healthy Curtis Samuels, who's better than your boy Watkins, right?
That's my third receiver, though.
Okay. We got
Is he better than Devontae Smith?
I would take Jahad Dawson with Devontae Smith. He's nice.
I toss up right now, boy.
I give that. Let me finish. Though. Right? We got Terry McLaurin. We got, I think Jahad Dawson and Curtis Samuels is better than your boy Watkins, right? And also we got Antonio Gibson, who's also another skill player who's better than all your running backs.
You think Dawson is better than Watkins? Because Watkins.
Yes, I do. I would take Dawson over Watkins right now.
Yeah.
I would take Dawson over Watkins right now as a rookie.
He's not.
And then Dawson upside, I believe. I think Dawson will be better than him.
And he got a
higher ceiling, right? Number one draft, first round draft pick. So look,
get that, but Watkins' upside is crazy. His maturity is the reason why.
What about Jahad Dawson?
He's a small school, huh?
Okay, all right. So look,
y'all actually target him a lot.
No, we don't. We don't target him a lot.
We don't target him a lot.
We don't target him a lot.
In the red zone, he's a main target.
No, he's not. Curtis Samuel's the main target. He's been having the most targets.
In the red zone.
We are in the red zone. We actually spread the ball around though. We have 5 different receivers against the Lions with at least 5 catches. All right, so we actually spread the ball around. We have weapons. We don't have one target we look at.
We did that against Minnesota.
So look, to say that we only gonna score 20 points, I'm willing to put some on that. If you want to put if you want to stand on that, I'm willing to put some on that we're gonna have more than 20 points. That's disrespectful. That's number one. Number two, right? Number two. The Vikings game, Jalen Hurts played great. Listen. I'm like, if you look at my Twitter feed, I was praising him the whole time. Like,
he wasn't even all that great though, to be honest.
But no.
This is his best game.
This is why I think it's great. In the first quarter, I think like in the second or third play, he ran the ball early, and I'm like, oh man, he took off early again. But then after that, man, the dude was poisoning the pocket. He picked him apart. But one thing I will say, right? That Vikings defense, stupid. All right. When you play somebody like Jalen Hurts, somebody that they believe that he's not a great passer, right? That's what the world believes, right? When you play somebody like that, you got to speed up the clock. They were not putting no pressure on Jalen Hurts. He was sitting in the pocket with all the time in the world, and he was able to find an open man, and he did a great job at it. So for us, like the reason why I'm not, because even before the season, I had y'all winning the first game, and I had us winning the second game, and the reason why that I don't want to like jump over my pick is like Mark said, our defense. I'm not even worried about our offense. I don't think y'all gonna shut us down. The reason why we went 22-0 in the first half of the Lions game, you watch the film. This is a stupid game plan. The game plan the Lions came out with, and then the game plan we came out with, it was just terrible. And then when we switched up, when we made adjustment at halftime, they couldn't really stop us for real. We scored almost every single time. So my thing is, our offense is gonna be straight. I'm just worried about our defense, especially with Jack Del Rio. He's terrible against a running quarterback. So when you play Jalen Hurts, every single play is a read option, right? Every single play is it's an RPO. It's an RPO every single play. So it can be a running or a passing play. And Jack Del Rio is so terrible at that. So I think for us, our defense to play good against y'all, number one, we can't be having these mishaps on communication like we did against the Lions, right? That's number one. Number two, you got to have a spy out there for Jalen Hurts. Number three, we got to put pressure on Jalen Hurts also. So this game, I really want to see how both of our lines, your offensive line is, or our defensive line is, because against the Lions, both of us look terrible as far as our linemen. But the Lions actually have a good lineman on both ends of the ball.
Yeah, they do.
So this is why I'm gonna really see how good our defensive line is and how good your offensive line is, because that's gonna be the key to our defense.
You was talking crazy in all season.
Do y'all think that Allen gonna finish the game?
You say it again? You said what?
You think Allen gonna finish the game?
Allen? Yeah, he'll finish the game.
You sure about that? That groin injury he got?
Yeah, he had a groin injury against the Lions too. He finished the game, but he wasn't our best player that game. It was Payne.
I know. All right, so this is my
like
thing.
That.
This is my thing with your defense, right? I'm gonna switch over to the commander side and give y'all a few pointers. Del Rio, I hope you're listening to this, because this might help you get you a one up on us, right? Your boy Jamin Davis.
He played.
It's like he calling the L before they
He's
take it.
technically a bust, to be honest with you. But y'all misuse him. You
we are.
You need to just flip on the LeVar Arrington switch and tell him to rush the quarterback at all times. Right. He's a hell of an athlete. I mean, I'm pretty sure Hurts can shake him, but he should be able to be the best. He the best chance you got to spy. You know what I mean? But
we talked about
I don't think y'all gonna do that. But I would say that Jamin Davis should be a designated rusher on every play. Damn man. So, but but now I feel like that, as well as I already said the offensive line. But your best bet is to have Jamin Davis as a specified rusher, because other than that, I mean, our bookends is gonna stop the rest of y'all pass. I'm not worried about the rest of y'all pass rush. It's about whether y'all gonna be smart enough to use Jamin Davis correctly. Anyone else, I'm not worried about Jackson, because he gonna get smoked by Brown. Y'all not gonna man up, so y'all gonna have to sit back in the zone.
No, we switch up. We switch up.
I'm pretty sure y'all do, but what I'm saying is that,
well, hopefully they make adjustments in the game like they didn't do against Detroit.
We just have to get pressure on we get pressure on Jalen Hurts and speed up his clock. That's all we got.
That's why I say Dallas Goedert and Miles Sanders gonna eat, and that's gonna speed the game up for one. So your offense is not gonna be in the field long. Again, our offense, we have long drives. People don't say it. We explosive. We may get chunk plays, but it's not always 60-yard bombs, touchdown, boom, boom, boom. We drive 80 yards easy. We chunk that shit down.
Because y'all special team is terrible right now. Golly, I can't get
It can't be, but ain't nobody score yet, so it don't matter.
No, I'm saying y'all can't get no yards on your special team.
Are you talking about kick return?
Yeah.
That's because we don't return. Yeah, punt return. That's because we got rid of Reagan, but whatever. Either way, I don't see y'all getting 20 points, bro. I just don't. As good as y'all
are so conservative.
You want to put some on it? You want to put some on it?
I mean, we can talk off camera.
Okay.
That's some do.
Listen, I want to address Carl.
We know the Vikings don't, but the Vikings run the same. All right, put it like this: the defense that we run, half the league is running that now.
Ain't that what I said, Carl?
It's the new way of running defense. Basically, it's because of the way the offense has an advantage. So teams they give you the short plays, come up and make a tackle, and force the quarterback into use disguised coverages to confuse the quarterback. Because if you keep letting the quarterback dink and dunk, eventually most quarterbacks gonna make a mistake. It's not too many Tom Brady's and Aaron Rodgers out here. Most of these quarterbacks out here gonna make a mistake eventually, and that's when you get your turnover. And you don't have actually when you blitzing, yeah, you get sacks. But if you get rushes and you get around the quarterback, you can still speed him up a little bit, just enough for him to make an off throw. That's all it's about.
You know what, Kevin?
Do you think y'all gonna have turnovers?
Hey, Kevin,
do you
I'm
think,
picking. Hey, Kevin,
do you think y'all gonna have turnovers?
I'm picking us this week. I'm picking us this
You
week.
can pick that, but again,
I'm picking us this
Do
week.
you think y'all gonna have any turnovers?
But listen now, you can pick it. You can pick it out of one you want.
I'm picking us.
But listen now, our secondary gives us a one up on that type of coverage because we can put any type of guy anywhere.
No, you can't do that because we have players. You can't just do that like it's
anybody can check anybody. The only person that can't play inside is Bradbury. That's
don't do it, Joe.
Yeah, Joe gonna get smoked. You're gonna be like,
use your head. Use your head.
That bus.
Use your head.
Use your head. Nah, but real talk though. I mean, that's the main philosophy behind it's about getting pressure. It's not about sacks. It's not about sacks, and it's not about yardage. It's about points, turnovers, and confusing the quarterback. That's it. That's all. Wentz is the perfect crash dummy to run that shit on. Because he's
going
to
pick Carson is not going to have a bad game against y'all. The only is our defense. He's not. He's not going to have a bad game against y'all.
Okay.
He's not. See, every game you're down on Wentz, and every game Wentz has played good.
I'm not down on Wentz.
You were down on Wentz against the Jags. You said he was going to melt. You said he was going to melt down against the Jags, and you said he was going to play good.
Well, technically he did.
And
he didn't melt down.
He melt down. 2 picks on back-to-back drives, but who does that?
And then he threw 2 touchdowns on back-to-back drives.
Thank you, Mark.
To win the game.
He rebounded, but also the Jags messed that up at that particular moment. I'm not saying y'all didn't miss opportunity, but after those picks, the Jags definitely messed that up.
The Jags messed it up. Okay. All right. So we didn't mess it up by putting us in that hole. The Jags didn't play a good defense. Now the screen pass was a good play. That first interception was just an underthrown throw by Wentz. It had nothing to do with the Jaguars defense. So
again, you expect him to do stuff like that. That's what he does.
All right, man. Listen, it's all I know is
Wentz
you know what? I'm not listen. You listen. That was all emotion. But the only reason why I don't want to put my foot down is our defense. But I can guarantee you, our offense is gonna show up. For you to say that we ain't gonna score 20 points, that's straight blasphemy. That's blasphemy. All right, and listen, we will by the end of this season, right? See, y'all got the rushing attack, so the total yards is gonna look good because you got Jalen.
I already said that. You can't. When you you can't just go off just passing. That's not his game. It can be his game, but why just pass when you can run too?
No, you're right. He's a threat. He's a huge threat. So if the defense could be patient with Hurts and not over pursuit, right, and while putting pressure on him, the Commanders can win this game.
You can't put pressure.
If the defense don't show up,
if you put up pressure, you gotta play 1-on-1.
You can't put pressure on Hurts?
No, because
how many times you got sacked in the last 2 games?
Huh?
How many times you got sacked in the last 2 games?
Like twice, boy. You tripping.
Detroit sacked him twice.
You could put pressure on Hurts.
Huh?
You could put pressure on Hurts.
I said you can, yeah, but we got the weapons to where if you put pressure on you making your defense studiable. So all you gotta do is throw it up to AJ.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
You don't have the weapons to just have because when it's pressure, he runs.
No,
so, he had a good game. Don't get me wrong. I'll say Jalen Hurts had a great game against the Vikings. Well, no, he didn't have a great game. He threw a pick, even though it wasn't his fault.
I'm about to say that was not his fault. Stop.
So, he had a good game, right? Jalen Hurts had a good game. He kept his eyes down the field. He was looking back. He was throwing the ball. Oh, cool. But they had no pressure, and it was just like the receivers was far away from the cornerback. It was just like a simple pass to me. I give y'all offensive coordinator credit for that because that was a good play calling.
But I called.
I'll give y'all offensive coordinator play for.
All right, look.
The name of the game is consistency.
Let me say this. All right, the Vikings had opportunities and they didn't capitalize. All right, because Mark did say something. The reason why that game looked so bad, the Vikings, is because y'all defense, and not really. I wouldn't say y'all defense. It was Kirk Cousins for real, but y'all defense they played good. But I'm not gonna say great. He was throwing right to Darius Slay. He thought Darius Slay was Jefferson, but
it was a lot.
Y'all did not score in the second half. Y'all did not score in the second half. So it wasn't like y'all offense came out and just blew them out. Y'all scored. The score was 24-7 at halftime. The game was over. It was 24-7. They had multiple opportunities to score, and Kirk Cousins threw the ball to the opposite team. So And that's why I'm telling you, Kirk Cousins is trash on Monday night. For you to say that he's better than Wentz, we're gonna prove that by the end of the year. All right. So I do think that the Commanders, they have a good opportunity because we're coming off a loss while y'all coming off a win. So right now, your Eagles fans, everybody is so high right now. I got people saying that Hurts the best player, the best QB in the NFC East. Some people even said maybe the NFC. I'm like, y'all tripping. All right. So Eagles fans are high. And then the Commanders fans, we coming into this game humble. We coming
Y'all
into this game
high.
like,
Y'all high.
no, right now
Y'all
we're
high
not
on
high.
Wentz. Y'all just
Trust
low on
me.
y'all defense.
No, we high on Wentz. We trust on Wentz because Wentz gonna prove y'all wrong. And then I don't know what y'all gonna send in the year because Wentz gonna have a good year. But right now we're coming to this game humble while y'all coming to this game on a high. So there might be a psychological edge in this. I mean, not a psychological edge in this game because of the situation. So, but
well,
guess
you can't
what?
talk about psychology because Kevin thinks Wentz doesn't have any.
Yeah, I know.
It's all about that 2020 season with the Eagles.
It's going to be
so
a
it's just
massacre.
like
Y'all
that defines his whole career.
Hey,
all right.
Hey, look.
So
This is one. All right. So you said all that about the Vikings and stuff like that. Don't you know that our coaches kind of admitted it, but coaches change the game plan when you get up by a certain amount and you can run the ball. You don't have to. You really don't have to be as aggressive as you would if they were trailing. That's just like against the Lions, right? When we was up on the Lions and they came back and then we had to step it up again. You don't want to have to keep doing that. So
you telling me that y'all abandoned the pass in the second half?
Huh?
Did y'all?
I mean, kind of in a way when we started handing it off more.
If I watched that game too, you know, right? late in the fourth quarter, y'all ran the ball more, but in that third quarter, y'all were doing the same. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. They were actually getting pressure, a little bit of pressure on Hurts in the third quarter, in the second half. They were actually getting pressure on.
But it wasn't enough. We stood at we wasn't aggressive. It wasn't.
How
as
wasn't
aggressive.
it enough?
If they would have started scoring, it would have been more aggressive play calling.
All right.
No, how was it not enough if y'all didn't score? All the opportunities that the Vikings had to score, even though they played terrible.
That's the point. When teams start getting on your trail, that's when you start. You're not gonna call the same plays if you was if they down 14.
Y'all almost did it to the Eagles. Y'all could have did it to the Eagles. Y'all almost did it to the Detroit Lions. Y'all won by 3. Y'all got out of there. Y'all escaped.
Yeah.
Y'all could have did it to the Vikings.
Well, I wouldn't even say we escaped because you do the same thing.
Look, y'all had 3 picks.
Just like against Tampa Bay. I keep bringing that game up because y'all do this every time, bro. When we came back on Tampa Bay last year, y'all was like, "Oh, y'all got blown out. That was garbage time." But when the team come out on us, they almost won. I'm confused. Like, which one is it? Was it garbage time for them trying to come back?
It wasn't like it was. They was going to lose whether they scored or not. They had an opportunity to win the game.
We had an opportunity to win against Tampa Bay last year.
How much y'all lose by?
5.
Okay, all right. Look, Kevin. Before you get off, we've been arguing for 30 minutes. So hey, by the way, it's not guaranteed, y'all, but we might do something on Sunday. For do like a pregame on Sunday. So it's not in stone, but that's an idea. So y'all stay tuned for that. But Kevin, before you get off, talk to us about the Eagles fans.
Before you do that, let me address this real quick because it's like Washington fans can't have hope for their team like every other team have hope. The Ravens just lost and gave them 28 points in the fourth quarter, and you still think y'all gonna win y'all next game because of y'all players. So when we do it, it's y'all acting like y'all 17-0. It's a crazy double standard here. That's what I mean. It's just
facts, Mark.
Like that's crazy. Like I can't be a fan of my team.
I mean,
like what's going on?
It's not that. It's not that. You got to think about it, bro. It's been
and it's like
it
shows like the offense and everything.
You know the reason why, Kevin, is this. The reason why is this. See, for example, Coach Coons, who comes on the show, he's not as hard on the Commanders like everybody else are because he's not from the DMV. All these people that are hard on the Commanders, they live or are from the DMV, and that's all they see. If you're not a fan of the Commanders, listen. I don't hate the Celtics. I never hated the Celtics, but for some reason, if y'all go back and watch the footage, I picked against the Celtics every single round because I couldn't stand the fans talking crazy. So so when you live somewhere, you're not a fan, you automatically just hate them. That is how it works. So
I don't even hate the Commanders though. I don't like the
no,
fans.
it's okay. You're an Eagles fan. It's cool. We
Yeah, I
talking
know,
about
but I don't have like no
We
beef.
talking
Like,
about
I don't like
we
Dallas.
talking about
Like, I
players
can't
that
stand
don't even
Dallas.
like
I don't like
the
I don't like
don't have a team in the NFC.
Hey, Kev, I hate y'all. All right. but look, Kev, you guys Blaze. Look, Blaze in the chat, he could tell you. I hit him up and I said I like Hurts, and he didn't have faith in the Hurts. I'm gonna call. He didn't have faith in the Hurts, and I was like, bro, he changed our whole culture. What are you talking about? He changed he not culture. He changed the whole energy in your team. That's like what I told him last year. So yeah, I said that about y'all, but I still
you
hate
talking about
y'all.
the coach or the quarterback?
No, not the culture. He changed the whole
You
mood.
talking about that coach?
The mood
No,
of the
I'm
team.
talking about Hurts.
Oh yeah. Everybody,
Yeah.
He do. Yeah, he bring that type of energy.
Yeah,
but Wentz again, like I said, it's a roller coaster. Wentz gonna make those wild plays. It's gonna make you. Gonna make you say.
They even asked Wentz. They asked him about his time in Philly, and he said that it was a crazy. It was like a whirlwind. He said that, but he's in a new situation, and I'm gonna prove y'all gonna see that Wentz wasn't a problem in Indianapolis. Y'all gonna see. All right, because all y'all blame Wentz for Indianapolis flaws. They 0-2 right now. They 0-1-1. Terrible with Matt Ryan. So y'all gonna see, and Wentz gonna bounce back this year.
Hey, don't you know that Pittman ain't played?
Okay, now we got now let me make it
Don't matter. Don't matter.
I don't care. I don't care.
Don't
Bro. I don't care.
Don't matter.
Okay, Kevin, who they play?
They played the Texans, right?
Yeah, they played the Texans, right?
Bruh. Every little sorry team y'all claim sorry that I told
No,
y'all.
you said they don't have Pittman, but I'm like, it's not like they playing a powerhouse, nothing like
but
that.
the Texans are not as sweet as y'all think they are.
Nobody said they were sweet.
I got
and that's in a busy game on top of that. You know how that go. You know how that goes. As many times that Redskins have been, I mean, Washington Redskins, whatever you want to call them, has been like on the bottom, and then they come and blow one of us out. It happens.
Listen,
I didn't want to cut you over the thing. I just wanted to make sure that I said that because that's not like real. That's biased because we can't be fans of our teams and hope for the best for our team like everybody else.
That's
like
you. Tired of hearing that shit.
No, the thing is, I'm tired.
Like
I swear to God, I've never heard so much Eagles talking my entire life all season. I hate the Eagles so much because of you. It's only because of you. I hated the Cowboys. I mean, I hated the Giants at first, but I hate the Eagles because of you. So it's like I can understand the fans talking. So it's like I don't. I understand the fans talking. So it's like I just feel like it's a bias.
I get what
like,
you're saying.
You so high on Hurts even though he didn't do as good as the quarterback last year. You high on him still.
Exactly.
You know he didn't do good last year, and there's no problem with that.
Who?
I mean, I'm saying you're high on Hurts, and there's no problem with that.
You
but
said
like
the quarterback
anything from last year,
No, he said
Hurts
wasn't a good thrower last year, but you were super high on him. You trust your quarterback.
Still high
no, I was high on him because I know what he's capable of. I've seen the games that he's flashing and people still didn't see it.
Exactly. Okay, so just like a fan, I see what my team. I see what we can do. I know we could probably put up 30 points a game.
I just know your quarterback. I know your quarterback.
You don't know the quarterback. You ain't had it. It's just like when you break up with your ex.
It's like me and Wentz.
But it wasn't like you moved on 2 girls and she still.
Wentz went to school together.
You don't know her anymore, bro. She's different. It's not the same girl. It's different. It's not the same thing anymore.
Hey, real quick. Carl put this. He said, and they still making an excuse for Matt Ryan, and they still ain't beat the Jags in Jacksonville since 2014. Did anybody bring that up when Wentz lost in the last game? Everybody kept talking about Wentz mentally broke down. Nobody brought up the fact that they haven't beat.
Nah, he didn't mentally break down. I can be at that.
Kevin, everybody said that. That was a whole. Everybody kept saying he the reason why he made the play.
You ain't never seen no.
No, I talking about the
on a kick a play out like they did with the.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about when he's with Indy and they lost to the Jazz last game of the season. Everybody blame Wentz.
But I'm gonna tell you why I blame him because he's the quarterback, and then they had the #1 rush in the league. He had a comfort zone. He had a comfort behind him. Okay.
Are we blame? But when it comes to Matt Ryan, we saying, he ain't got Pittman, or they lost to Jacksonville in 2014. That's what Carl's saying. I'm like, I ain't get probably that last year.
It's a long season, but I still feel like, and by the end of the season, I still see ready.
Hey, look, we gotta move on. They've been in the green room. Like, come on, y'all. I gotta get my last one in. So look, hey, Kerry, real quick, talk to your Philly fans.
Oh no, nothing to worry about. We gonna get them together. Don't worry about that.
My man,
my daughter said, "Give us some serious."
I know it's good. It's all good though. All good. All respect. It's all good. Y'all on that high. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. I like that. I like
it. It's cool.
Good. Hey, Kevin, I'm gonna talk to you about Sunday and see if we can make that happen. All right.
All right, that's cool.
Let's get it.
Hey, order them. Order that. Order
Your
them.
fact ain't
Make
an
sure y'all
excuse.
order that TK fish
You
and
cut him
chips
off
too.
while you're talking.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Kev. Go ahead.
Now I said make sure y'all order y'all kick toppers and y'all snacks for y'all games and all that stuff. Birthdays that's coming up.
TK.
Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, Kev. Appreciate you.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
I am.
Okay. All right. We ain't got no video for this one. We're gonna bring them right on. All right. David, what's good? We actually do got a video for you. All right. We do got a video. Let's play it. All right. Here's the next topic right here, y'all. All right, Jimmy G took over after Trey Lance took a gruesome injury. I watched it again today. Look at his leg. Oh my God. That looked terrible. All right, so we got to address the 49ers. Jimmy G came in against the Seahawks, who I told Mark that they weren't going to be good again after that week 1 game, and led them to victory. So, David, we got a question for you. Are the 49ers better with Jimmy G?
No, they're the same. They're not any better. They're not any worse. They're the same. It's no different. If y'all pay attention to that game, Trey Lance was moving the ball before he got hurt. It's not like he was throwing picks or fumbling the ball and they couldn't score. He was moving the ball before he got hurt. One thing I do is I question the play call at that time. I don't understand why you have Trey Lance running the ball on doing a power run on 2nd and 8 in the first quarter when the running backs are averaging 7 yards a carry. At that time, it's really no point. I don't understand why Kyle Shanahan made him run the ball at that time. It felt like he treated him like he was RG3. Because when RG3 was playing with him, RG3 got himself hurt. But the thing is, you're putting him in a situation to get him hurt. And the thing is, he already had 2 power runs before then. And the defense is like, okay, we expect another one. And you give it to him. You're supposed to. Trey Lance is not built like Josh Allen. Josh Allen's like a good 20, 30 pounds heavier than he is. Josh Allen can do a power run and be okay. Trey Lance ain't. He's not able to take that right now. And plus, it's really just his first season taking over the entire team. When you want to run him the ball, you want to run him off play action to where he's able to, make them think that he may run it or throw it. You don't want them to automatically know who's running the ball. Like, it's predictable. But I don't think Jimmy G makes us any better or any worse. I think we're the same. I feel like we're going to finish with the same record like we did before, but we won't go far. So that's pretty much it. I still got us going 10-7 or 11-6, and that's it.
Okay. I disagree with you. So I do think Jimmy G makes your team better still because Trey Lance is still unproven, and all y'all doing right now is hoping that he's being as good as y'all think he is. First year players make mistakes, and I know that no one got film on him, but Jimmy G is not going to make the same type of mistakes Trey Lance will, especially in late game situations. I don't think you can't do that because you don't know, because we haven't seen him play yet. So at this very moment,
I'm just questioning the Jimmy G thing. Jimmy G has been known as Gimme Jimmy, but you don't.
I want to ask you a question.
Don't think
is Jimmy G better in the playoffs?
He's be good in the clutch. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Is he better in the playoffs?
Who? Jimmy G?
Jimmy G. Is he better in the playoffs?
No.
Every time they got put out, Mark, it was because of Jimmy G.
Thank you.
They lost in the Super Bowl. They lost in the Super Bowl to Kansas City. He overthrew Emmanuel Sanders.
And what makes you think Trey Lance, a guy you've never seen play, even take out to the playoffs? We got
to the Super Bowl because we only let him throw the ball 8 times against the Vikings. Because he was like, no.
That was against Aaron Rodgers, right?
Against Aaron Rodgers. We was like, no, we saw what you did last week against the Vikings. We're not going to have you ruin this game for us. You're going to throw the ball 8 times, and we're going to run the ball down their throat. And that's exactly what we did.
And look, and y'all beat the Packers last year because y'all special team.
Exactly. We didn't beat it because of Jimmy. It was because of our special teams. Jimmy had nothing to do with that win.
The one
Jimmy is a better game manager. Jimmy wins y'all games too.
Jimmy's best game as the 49ers was against the New Orleans Saints. That was his best game he had against us. That was a game where I felt like he played very well. Other than that, in the regular season when we played,
his best game or his best clutch game was last year against the Rams, last game of the season.
Well,
when y'all were down and he brought y'all back, he had some clutch plays. But like David said,
He hit a
has
lot
a
of clutch
ceiling,
plays.
Mark. We know what's
He
going to
has
happen
a
at the end of the day. I've seen the story a million times. What's going to happen? I know they're going to get to the NFC Championship or the second round if they
and
make
lose.
and then Jimmy G going to throw it like he did last year. They're going to lose.
And what makes you
But
think
Trey
Trey Lance gonna get him that far? Because he's just.
It's not. It's
I
not.
don't believe that he's as good as everyone says he is. To be honest with you, especially in
Mark,
his first
how can you say that when you
year.
haven't seen the man? He's only played 3 games his entire career. People keep saying this is what I don't understand about y'all. Y'all judging Trey Lance off of him not playing any games, since y'all saying that he don't have the experience. But when he's trying to get the experience, you're trying to put him on the bench. Y'all don't make any sense.
No, I'm saying I don't know. He can't play. He got injured. That's all I'm saying. He got injured.
Okay,
I don't know what would have happened.
Okay, let me say
see a man that took out to the Super Bowl and took to the NFC Championship.
Was Josh
quarterback?
Allen,
Whether he threw the ball, he was game managing.
Was Josh Allen like this his rookie year? No, people called him trash, didn't they?
He was trash rookie year.
Thank you.
And he'll tell you.
I'm not comparing him to Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning rookie year, what happened? He threw the most interceptions in the league that year.
Loki just made my point. His first year playing, you really think he's going to be better than Jimmy G would this year?
I didn't say that. Did I, Joe?
I
didn't say that.
But real quick though, Josh Allen played his rookie year. Trey Lance sat in the whole year. Peyton Manning played his rookie year.
Thank you.
I think I got to come in Aaron Rodgers. You think that's what Trey Lance?
I never said that.
I'm just saying, like, because y'all named another player that had nothing to do with it too. So I'm just.
I see RG3, but look, I think that Trey Lance adds another dynamic to the offense that Jimmy G can't.
Exactly.
He can run the ball.
Trey Lance has a deep ball. He can throw the ball down the field, and he can run. Jimmy can't do neither one of those good at all. He's been proving that. He's the reason why we lost the Super Bowl, because he overthrew or he underthrew Emmanuel Sanders, and that's why we lost that game.
Yeah, he did overthrow Emmanuel Sanders. So, like, Jimmy G arm ain't the greatest arm. So, like, I mean, are we gonna really say that arm is like that much better than Trey Lance? I'm just saying, he have his moments, but Trey Lance was actually like David said, was playing good that game. And once again, everybody hyping it. It's the Seahawks. I told you, Mark, that game against Russ, that's it. That's the best you're gonna see them. All right, they're gonna win another game, but that's the best you will ever see them. They was too motivated, and then they came back to earth when they played the 49ers. They're not a good team. They're not a good team. So we've seen this before. Jimmy G gonna win some games. Gonna make it to so this is like another Alex Smith and Kaepernick thing. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Alex Smith was not getting the 49ers to the Super Bowl, but Kaepernick did.
Exactly.
Same situation for real.
Pretty much the same thing. The only thing is this organization messed up Trey Lance by keeping Jimmy on the team, man. You had the opportunity to get him out of there. He was offered a second-round pick for him. Take it.
You should be happy they kept Jimmy G.
Yeah, you should be happy they kept him, David.
You should be super happy.
No, what I'm saying is at this moment, I'm okay with Jimmy staying there because
they proclaimed him as the starter.
If Brock Purdy was back there, then we probably wouldn't be winning any games at all. I'm just saying. So I'm happy that Jimmy's there because Trey Lance is out for the rest of the year. And he's hurt because Jimmy knows the system. He got us. He's gotten us at least to the NFC Championship game twice in his career. So I'm not saying that he can't get us at least there. I'm not saying that Jimmy can't get us to the Super Bowl, but our goal is to win the Super Bowl, not just to get there. That's what the 49ers are about. We're about winning.
You know how hard it is to get to the Super Bowl?
Do you know how hard it is to win? Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying, just getting there is the journey. Like when you're there, it's like a whole other thing. You know how hard it is getting there?
But I can count on my hand how many times we've been to the Super Bowl since the 90s. I can count on my hand how many times we've done that. So I know it's hard. But the thing is, Jimmy, we're not trying to just get there. We want to win the Super Bowl.
Man. I had Trey Lance second half of the season taking off. I had that too. But so look, you say I got y'all finishing with the same record and everything. Just when y'all get to the playoffs, you're gonna stall out in the NFC Championship probably.
Yep. Probably.
Basically, repeat from last year.
Mm-hmm.
You think y'all gonna play us in the playoffs?
So you're not excited at all.
The team to put y'all out. The Commanders gonna put the 49ers out.
We could put money. I don't see that happening.
This is just that.
First of all, sir, you owe me $5 because you lost that fantasy game. So go ahead and cash out. I need that. I need that.
I do. All right, so Dave, your 49er fans, man, you got some people because they said the locker room, half of them are happy that Jimmy G is in. So that's why you're not supposed to keep him. That's what you're talking about. So, So talk to your 49ers fan base. I mean, half are happy, half are sad. You know, so talk to them for you hop off.
All I can say is y'all know what Jimmy is. Don't think he's going to get you to the promised land because it's just not going to happen. I understand that y'all didn't think Trey Lance is ready, but how ready is he going to be if you don't give him an opportunity to play? And Kyle, stop running him into the ground. When he come back next year, mix him play action. Don't make him run the ball that much. Yeah, I understand that he can run the ball, but don't make it obvious. That's all I can really say.
Or run to the outside so he can slide.
Something. Don't run him. He's not a running back. He's a quarterback at the end of the day. Don't run him up the middle no more, man.
And it was multiple times he went up the middle of that game, right?
I said it 3 times. 3
That
times.
was a freak accident. That was a freak accident.
It was, but it's NFL.
I understand it's a free accident, but that could have been avoidable if you ran him outside, so where he could slide or at least run out of bounds.
I'm just saying, like, that was a freak accident.
Yeah, he could have still happened. Could happen to Dak on the
yeah, that's a freak accident. I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is, it's more preventable if you don't run him up the middle. You don't run him up the middle. You don't do that to your quarterback.
Yeah, he would. Hurts for love caution, man. All right, David. Appreciate you. Go ahead. You about to say something, Mark?
No, go ahead.
All right. Appreciate you, David, coming on. I know it was last minute too, and you made it work. All right, representing your 49ers. So talk to you later if the season still get interesting for y'all.
That's a nice house. It's a nice piano.
Appreciate it. Much for it.
All right, Dave. Stay safe.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Hey, I know that was a long show, y'all. Appreciate y'all for staying to the end. All right, but it was very entertaining, though. I can tell y'all that. So look, before we hop off, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Once again, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We just hit 300 subscribers. Right now, we got 303. Thank everybody for actually subscribing, and thanks to all the future subscribers. All right. When we end this live, share this video with somebody that y'all know so they can go back and watch it. And I will put it on all platforms as far as podcasts like Spotify, Apple Podcasts. That'll be on that tonight. All right. So be on the lookout for that. You might have a long drive. Go and pop it in and listen to it. All right. And thank y'all for using that comment section. We saw all the Commanders, slander that we always get. All right. Y'all Commanders joking. We did though. We did. I felt that. That's how I'm feeling that way. That's why I had to get them all. I feel like we was just jumping them, right? So he got bruises from today's show. But yeah, so share this video with somebody that y'all know. Thank you for using that comment section. We appreciate that. So before we hop off, Mark, appreciate you, man. Give us some last words.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you having me. This was fun. Whenever I'm available, I'm gonna do it, man. This is fun. So I love talking football. So yeah, appreciate the time.
Yes, sir. Go Commanders. Go Commanders. All right. HTTC. That's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all at the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.